Unconditional love is who you are. It is the nature of your being. How is it possible to say this? You are part of life, and life expresses itself with an energy we can understand to be love. Love is the cohesive energy which holds everything together. Everything in creation is connected to the whole, in a web of life and love which stretches from its source to the smallest part of the smallest atom in the furthest reaches of the universe. Nothing is separate from the source of life, not even you, though you may think you are as you walk about. That energy we can call love is intelligent and orchestrates the whole of creation. Life writes a symphony and conducts itself through love and never really lets you go, though you may go where you choose. That love is unconditional. It upholds you no matter what you do, no matter where you go, whether you traverse an infinity of space and time. It stays with you. Life knows that its love will never fail to hold the whole of life together, that nothing will be lost, nothing will be separate, nothing will suffer a weakening of that love, nothing will ever be outside of its embrace. Yet you, taking your place at the very pinnacle of creation in this physical world, you who are loved beyond measure, have the freedom to forget that love, to live your life as if you were separate from the whole of life, separate from your source, outside the flow of that love. Yet you are not, and you know that you are not. You are part of life. You are part of life in the same way that nature is part of life. Trees and plants, animals and birds and rivers and mountains are part of life, and you see them as part of nature, inescapably part of nature, all part of that incomprehensibly vast scheme of intelligence and orderliness which sustains itself for time without end. Yet you, somehow, can consider yourself separate from that. But you are not. Your innermost nature, your inner being, is the same as that of everything. You come from the same source. You are nurtured and supported by the same energy of love. You are part of that vast scheme of things which has a journey of its own, a journey which is creative, purposeful, evolutionary, good and right. Nature, as you see it, is not aware of its part in the greater scheme of things, but you are aware. You have a role in the greater scheme of life. And, as far as you can surmise, it is to uphold life, to unfold its potential, to create more, to glorify life by manifesting ever greater beauty and harmony and love. Life awaits the fullest application of your love, the love which is within you as your innermost state of being, has the capacity to create, nurture, uphold and fulfill the greatest aspirations of life, which surely must be to create an even greater paradise than what our earth already is, a paradise we may term heaven on earth. Through our mind, our heart, our eyes, our hands and our illusory separateness, our love has a purpose which is that of the whole of life, to fulfill its own potential. And though we may have fallen from a state of innocence and build for ourselves an identity of our own design, that love within us persists. It waits for us. It waits for us all to realize that we are not separate, and we are all one. We are one with the whole of life, an inseparable unity, a oneness. And we have the intelligence and the creative purposefulness of life at our disposal. We need only be that part of life itself who lives as life, who lives as love, who expresses that love which is our being, loving into being whatever we find is in our heart, resonating strongly there. There is nothing more for us to be than to be love, and nothing more for us to do than to do what we love. The love within life is limitless. It is unconditional. It flows throughout creation, effortlessly holding everything together, nurturing everything, supporting everything, unfolding its own potential as a seed unfolds itself into the perfection of a flower. And the flower has its own role to play as part of life, even though its season is short. Nothing is without purpose. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is lost. Love is what creates the flower, grows it and unfolds it for its few moments of glorious perfection, and returns it to the earth. The flower doesn't ask why. It unfolds its own potential in the most effortless way. We can be that flower. We can be that love. We can be that life. We can realize that we are life, love, and the creator of heaven on earth. And to be that flower, we need only be who we are in our innermost being, the unconditional love of life.